Are you looking to integrate your organization's disparate data sources into a single place? Microsoft Graph Connectors are the integration to surface external data, such as ServiceNow, Jira, Salesforce, and more, inside Microsoft 365 experiences that people use daily. Hi, my name is Brian T. Jackett, Principal PM with the Microsoft Graph team. In this video, I'll give you an overview of Microsoft Graph Connectors and demo some end-user experiences that you can light up. Microsoft Graph Connectors allow ingestion of external data from a variety of sources, like on-prem file shares, line business applications, cloud databases, and third-party SaaS services. Graph Connector data sits side by side with the customer's Microsoft 365 tenant data and uses the same security and compliance boundaries as SharePoint Online, Exchange Online, and Microsoft Teams. If you have access to a data source and can make an API called Microsoft Graph, you can integrate that data. Graph Connectors light up in a variety of experiences, including Microsoft Search and SharePoint Online, Bing at Work, and Microsoft365.com, as well as intelligent recommendations in the Microsoft 365 app, formerly Office.com. We're adding additional value with preview support in Viva Topics, as well as content suggestions in Outlook on the web using Context IQ. Lastly, Graph Connector content can be reasoned over with conversational AI in Microsoft 365 Chat, part of Microsoft 365 Copilot. To build a Graph Connector, you need these three things: a connection, a schema, and permissions. The connection serves as a container for the configuration, as well as structured and unstructured data that is ingested. The schema defines the properties or metadata that will be ingested. Lastly, permissions are applied at the item level and represent an allow or deny list for users and groups, including custom-defined external groups. Let's take a look at Microsoft Graph Connectors from an end-user perspective. In this scenario, we'll use a sample GitHub repo that has an issues list seen here. We'll head over to Microsoft365.com, and up in the top search bar, I'll search for Phoenix. And before I even submit my query, I can actually get back content coming back from SharePoint, as well as my Graph Connector content. We'll go ahead and submit this query. And you can see on the All tab here, I again get that contact from SharePoint, as well as an extended list of things come back from my Graph Connector. If I click into any one of these, I can actually go and see a deep link to that item as well. And we'll head back over to Microsoft365.com, go back to the Home tab, and we'll see some of those intelligent recommendations that we mentioned. Down at the bottom, I can see my quick access list, things I've been working on recently, things that have been edited. I can see, again, SharePoint content as well as Graph Connector content. And if I go over to the Shared tab, we also have activities of things that have been shared with me or to others in terms of Outlook or Teams. In this case, I have an item that has been shared in a Teams chat. Lastly, let's take a look over at our integration with Microsoft 365 Copilot. In this case, we'll go down to Copilot and we'll ask it to show me the top 5 GitHub issues. And Copilot's going to go reason over that content. We'll see that I'm looking for content coming back from our GitHub source. In this case, I want those top 5 that are in there. And as the results come back out, I'm actually going to be able to see some references to those items as well. So for those individual 5 items on there, you'll see that they're numbered. And for any one of them, down at the very bottom, I can see I have a references list. I can expand these out and again, get additional information for those items that have been shared back. Thank you again for joining me to learn about Microsoft Graph Connectors and how they can help discoverability of external data in Microsoft 365 experiences. For more information, check out aka.ms/Graph Connectors API and click subscribe to see our next video on how you can develop your own Microsoft Graph Connectors. Thank you and have an amazing day.